We're back on the air. Welcome back to CobraRadio.com. We are not completely finished with sports yet because there's some things we need to cover, especially when we get to the NCAA. Because what's the name of that coach's name? Lane Kiffin. That's it. I want to say Lance, but that's you. Lane Kiffin. He's the guy who just keeps on giving, isn't he? You can't wait. We'll get that in a minute. Let's talk NFL. By the way, what's your favorite NFL team?
Well, I'm not really following the NFL much anymore. I don't know. I like the teams that really play football still in the cold weather. You know, like the
Green Bay, Bears, yeah, old school stuff. Yeah, I like that
football, too. That's football to me. So
Carolina Panthers,
no.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Poor bastards playing in 75-degree weather.
I know, but to me that'd be even worse. They're playing. I think I'd rather play in 25 degrees than 85 degrees. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All that equipment on. Well, there's a guy named Hainsworth. I guess he's a linebacker or a defensive end or something for the Washington Redskins. He's out with a bad knee. The Redskins paid a lot of money to get this guy and paid him a huge contract. Let me tell you, he has been a complete bust for the Washington Redskins. But I think now with Mike Shanahan in there, I think the Redskins are actually going to start improving. They've got Donovan McNabb, who's going to be their quarterback this year. Yeah, they got McNabb from Philadelphia. Now, there's this young guy. Now, I don't understand why they do this in the NFL, but there's a young guy, came out of University of California, defensive lineman by the name of Tyson Alualu. Hawaiian guy. Hawaiian, this one. Yeah, they do get some from Guam, Samoa, but they're big guys. This one's Hawaiian. He just came to an agreement with the Jacksonville Jaguars for $28 million, and $17.5 million of it is guaranteed.
Is he a lineman? What is he, linebacker?
A defensive lineman.
A defensive lineman, wow.
They're expecting big things out of this guy.
Unbelievable, man. How much?
$28 million contract for a defensive lineman. But I like the Jaguars' thinking. From my money, it's always been when you build a football team, you build it from the line, and then you start working your way from there. Because a really good offensive line makes a mediocre running back a good running back, and a good running back into a Heisman Trophy winner. Or
a lot of those quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of those quarterbacks, all they need is some time.
Sure.
If you get a decent, and I think we're beginning as a society to kind of respect those workhorses down there. Because there are a lot of quarterbacks I think have kind of fallen to the wayside and not really met their potential because the team that didn't build that line around them.
Offensive line play. The teams that do poorly, the ones that terrible offensive line, and that's where you start. Offensive lines, I think, where you got to start. Then you go defensive line.
Right.
And I agree with you because I was a lineman. I was this big when I was in the 7th grade. Had not grown an inch. In the 7th grade, I was a starting offensive and defensive tackle. Wow. I'm going, wow, I guess I'm going to be the one guy in the family that gets to be really big.
Right.
No.
Right,
Not since I was 11 or 12 years old, I haven't grown an inch. All right, NCAA has came to Clemson University to speak to a couple of players. Nobody knows what it was about. Have you heard anything about it? I haven't either, but they're keeping it playing close to the vest. There's a lot of investigating going on. It includes the receiver, the tight end for University of South Carolina. He's being investigated. A lot. And these investigations going with Alabama, Southern Cal. We already know about. North Carolina was all the meeting with agents. So,
but the South Carolina kid is the one that kind of got caught up in the victim of circumstance deal.
Because the guy from North Carolina was his buddy, and he wanted him to go with him, so he went. That was really stupid. Well, look at Michael Vick. I mean, let's face it, some of these guys aren't that bright. Because Michael Vick just, I can't believe they're not going to punish Michael Vick. Guy gets shot at his birthday party. Is this Steve Howe? Is Michael Vick going to be the Steve Howe of the NFL?
These guys are like magnets for trouble.
And why in the world are you still associating with these losers? It's just stunning.
I think it has. It's a similar thing to the beaten wife syndrome. I think.
You think so?
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, but he loves me.
Right. They just can't help themselves. That's where they gravitate.
He's my posse. He's in my posse. You gotta be true. Got nothing but love for you. All that kind of crap. Like Lane Kiffin. I've been wanting to talk about Lane Kiffin. This just gets better and better. Lane Kiffin apparently in an interview or called up, contacted the Tennessee Titans, telling that Fisher needs to soften his stand over this business of taking Coach Pola away from the Tennessee Titans. And Fisher was asked about this in a press conference. He said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You need to soften up. You need, chill out, buddy. Take it easy." And Fisher was having none of it. And so, because Fisher and the Titans are suing Lane Kiffin. And someone else had an article going on ESPN, like, is Lane Kiffin as big a jerk as everybody says he is? And I'm telling you, from everything I hear, he sure sounds like it, doesn't he? This guy is burning bridges left and right.
That he started him out.
Well, when he went to University of Tennessee, he was there for a year. And people in Tennessee, they can't stand him either. He was caught bad-mouthing other universities. You're not allowed to disparage the other universities when you recruit. And he told one guy who was thinking about going to University of South Carolina, that sure, that's fine if you want to pump gas for the rest of your life. That's all you're going to get out of that.
Right.
And, I'm telling you, I mean...
Didn't he tell it was like an up-and-coming star receiver or running back or whatever? Actually, did the kid go to the NFL?
I think the one you're talking about probably did. I think he did skip college altogether and went on to the NFL or went to. I'm not really sure. May have gone early, but the point is, when he left the SEC and turned around to listen to all the goodbyes, all he heard was crickets and the screen door slamming because people couldn't wait for him. Now, people of Southern Cal, you got what you wanted. You've got Lane Kiffin. Lots of luck. If apparently you were too successful and you wanted to bring parity to the Pac-10, so you decided to hire Lane Kiffin so you could bring your program down to the same level as Washington State, something like that. And no offense, Washington State, but let's face it, you guys suck. And we know suck because we got the University of South Carolina. We know suck.
We're glad you're way across the country.
Yeah, I'm glad you can't reach through these.
We can talk smack.
Yeah, we talk some smack with those people. Okay, interesting development in Little League World Series rules. They're going to use instant replay in Little League. A coach may call for a replay review one time within the first 6 innings. He can't for the last 3, which I don't understand that thinking. And then if it goes extra innings, they get one more.
There's no instant replay in Little League baseball.
Baseball? Sir, they want instant replay. Well, perhaps we're taking this a little too vehemently.
How have we done without that for the last 100 years?
I don't know, but let me tell you something. If I'm the coach and I'm up against, Venezuela or Colombia, my challenge is not going to be to see the replay. My challenge is going to be to see the birth certificates. Remember that kid? They were talking, oh my God, have you ever seen a 12-year-old who could do this before? What was the kid, 16 years old? Should be playing high school baseball. He should be recruited by the professional scouts already. They cheated.
He had kids of his own, for God's sakes.
He was the only one out there on the field who kept getting a boner. All right, anyway, that's it for sports. We're going to stop now. We had 2 big segments of sports. It's that kind of season. College football's coming up. Playoffs in baseball will be coming up. NFL will be starting. So there's going to tend to be a little bit more sports this time of year.
Big crossroads.
Yeah. In the spring we don't have it so much. So anyway, we'll be right back with CovertRadio.com.